Hello my friends, and welcome back to The Long Dark, Zero to Hero, in our quest to survive in a frozen, post-apocalyptic world. My name is Sprocket, and currently we're here at a little cabin we found just on the edge of Coastal Highway as we're trying to make our exit and enter the ravine, which is pretty close. We're almost to the boundary. We did run into a bear last night and had a hunt. So you can see we've got the bear hide curing, as well as the bear guts. I did drop some of our decorative items. When we come back this way, we probably want to grab those and bring them back with us to the Kwanzaa garage. I tidied up a little bit. There were some cured items that I had left here previously. We did have a couple of cured rabbit pelts, two cured rabbit pelts and some guts from a previous hunt, as well as some extra items. I'm going to leave behind an extra pry bar, miscellaneous items like that. Now, I also took a minute to get our cougar claw knife back to almost 100% condition. We used up one of the whetstones. It's almost completely used up now, down to 20%. And look at this, guys. We got our brand new sled, our mule, Pepe, 100%. We haven't even used him yet, so looking forward to that. All right, let's go ahead and get the day started. We'll check what the weather is like. Got a beautiful day. Well, at least it's not windy. Okay, we're going to leave all the meat, I guess, for the other predators. We took what we needed. We got the bear hide and the guts, but the bags of meat, I've already got so much meat that we can get next time we come here. Let's eat some of this cooked meat out here. If I had actually known this cooked meat was here, I wouldn't have eaten the jar of peanut butter just before I started recording. I forgot this cooked meat was out here. And we could have saved the peanut butter for something else. But anyway, looks like a nice day to travel into the ravine and drop down from the ravine into Bleak Inlet. That is the goal. We're trying to reach Bleak Inlet, where there is an abundance of timberwolves. I'm not looking forward to that part. But there's a whole new area we can loot. If we drop down into Bleak Inlet, going through Ravine, we can actually, there's actually a secluded spot that you cannot get to if you just enter Bleak Inlet from the, what is the swamp? Forlorn Muskeg. Took me a minute. If we just go through Forlorn Muskeg into Bleak Inlet, then you actually can't access all of Bleak Inlet. There's actually a special spot that is hard to get to. By the way, I'm kind of worried about my spraying risk here. I'm trying to find some flat, level ground. There we go. Okay, I'm afraid I can't get up here. I can't remember if this is too steep, and I'm going to try it. We may have to go around this big rock. This is where we dropped down from the railroad tracks here. Oh, actually, it looks doable. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Nice. Okay. Well, we tried to make it up to these tracks before, if you remember, but it was just too steep. I think I was going around that rock in the distance there, but I just wasn't able to make it. I should have a torch in my hand, I think, because we're trying to get around wolves and things. Once we get into the ravine area, I don't think there are predators until we drop into the Bleak Inlet. So we shouldn't need a torch for very long. I'm excited to check out the ravine, especially the railroad part of it. Okay, welcome. New location discovered, Ravine. Raven Falls Railway Line. I kind of wish the visibility were a little better because there is really something up ahead that is quite a treat. If you've never been to this part of the Long Dark, of Great Bear Island, it's quite stunning, I think. They've done such a good job. And that is it right there. Can we get up here for a view? We've got a trellis, railroad trellis. At least we can see that through the fog. But we've got to cross this thing. And let's just say it's not in the best condition. It's probably slightly better than walking on those suspension bridges in Ash Canyon. That's pretty nerve-wracking. But this part in particular is pretty crazy. Gotta make it across. Oh, I can hear it creaking. You can walk right off right there if you're not paying attention. Whoa. Is it swaying? Feels like it's swaying. I can just imagine being on that train coming across this. Pretty good engineering feat, I must say. Yeah, visibility could be better. So I've got a rope climb ahead. I'm not fully rested, but hopefully we've got enough energy to make it down. Go down at least one rope. It might be two, actually. Can't remember how many ropes. Now there's likely to be some wildlife here, some rabbits, deer, things like that in this part of the map. By the way, I should keep my eyes open for coal. I actually didn't expect to see that. It's such a rugged landscape. Going from the ocean to a pretty high elevation in a very short order. It has been such a long time since I've been to the ravine. I don't know where all the loot locations are and things, but it is kind of a linear path. Following the rail line, it's pretty much the only way to explore, I guess. There are a few offshoots. I think there's a little cave up ahead. It's very peaceful here. I wonder why the wildlife, the predators, I wonder why they've never really come into this part of Great Bear Island. Must be a reason. Okay, this bridge feels much more sturdy than the last one. So what time is it? It's a little past noon. And we got a little bit of a flurry, little bit of flakes. Makes me wonder if we're in for more of a storm coming up. Okay, here we have a place where the train track diverges. So it looks like a train could possibly back up over here. And I think this is where the cave is. I do see a rabbit right there. I think we're going to leave the rabbit. We're just passing through. I'm not going to be spending a lot of time here, but I will look for some birch bark. Got some birch trees here. Potential for some bark. I'm actually surprised we're not seeing any. Okay, let's check out the cave. Oh, there we go. Got our first piece of birch bark right there. Got a little bit of a cave. I can't really remember when we drop into the lower ravine and go into the Bleak Inlet can't remember if there's a place for us to sleep or not. So this is potentially a good place to stay for the night. However, I want to take advantage of the clear weather. I'm going to push on. Hope that's not a bad decision. I do remember, actually, now that I think about it, there is another cave at the bottom of the ravine before we go into Bleak Inlet. So if we have to, we could sleep there. But we'll push on. There's some train cars we want to check out up ahead. Derailment. Could potentially be some loot in those cars. Yeah, so Bleak Inlet's going to be a little bit of an adventure for me because I've only been there a very small number of times before. Okay, I think we've got a rock slide here. Nothing in the loot box. Alright, we've got a train derailment. Drop down. There we go. We've got a deer here. Levitating deer. Their meat is usually better than regular deer, I believe. Fewer calories, though. I'm going to leave the deer. It's nice to just leave it untouched. If we do need to come back this way,
almost anything about now.
I could harvest him for meat. Okay, let's get up on the rock. If I can. You can let me up. How do I get up there? Just go up and over? Around? I might have to get up on this rock here. Guys, I'm really having a hard time today with the landscape. Okay, can we get onto that train car? Yes. Okay, it's a big drop off from here. Got more train cars down below and a caboose. Anyway, that is where we are headed. I didn't see a rope actually. Was there a rope there? We might have to come up with a rope and deploy it. I didn't actually realize we would need to do that. I don't actually need these. Why am I grabbing those? You know, I will take them because we're still low on vitamin C and I don't have fish to deal with, you know, to eat. But those rose hips do provide some vitamin C. So I'm wondering where we're going to find a rope. So we've got to deploy a rope, I think. Anyway, first I'm going to grab these birch bark. There is another cave up ahead. Could potentially have some loot. And it can, by the way, this area connects to, what is that? Mystery Lake. This area connects to Mystery Lake just up ahead. So maybe we'll go check out that area. I'm also kind of curious what we left behind by the dam. So I'm going to check out this cave. We'll check out what's in the trailers by the dam. That's usually where I leave loot. Suppose I could just check my notes, but we are getting some good birch bark out of this. So I'll get some birch bark, check out the cave. We might just tiptoe into the next region right next to us. This is so beautiful. Really a peaceful, quiet clearing. In one of my previous runs, I think I nicknamed this the grocery store. this area, the Ravine. I call it the grocery store because you can come and stock up on all your natural resources. You can get some birch bark. There's usually deer walking around that you can harvest. And it's free of predators, so it's almost like you have that quiet, peaceful grocery store music playing.
Too heavy.
As you're casually shopping and finding items to pick up. Okay, so we've got a deer kill up here. And we got a cave. That's the cave I was looking for. Really quite abundant when it comes to the birch bark now. It's pretty nice. Alright, let's see what is in this cave. We got, ooh, a backpack.
I wonder who owns this stuff.
Oil bar and a cotton scarf. Candy bar. Pinnacle peaches. Cedar firewood. Nice little cave. I think I'll take those items. We'll bring them to over to the trailers at Mystery Lake. Looks like we have a few saplings we could harvest. And I think I just spotted a piece of coal off to my left. I'll go check that out. Nope, just a rock. Okay. Now somebody commented that we can actually repair our tools. If we get an aurora and we get to a particular spot in Bleak Inlet, there's a machine shop. And that actually can help us to get our tools into good shape. So now I'm kind of wondering if I should have waited to sharpen the cougar claw knife. Could have potentially, I think it's for the cost of like one piece of scrap metal or something. You can get your tools back to 100% condition. And my cougar claw knife was actually pretty low. Don't remember exactly how low it was, but it was like maybe around 50%, I want to say. So it actually took almost a complete whetstone to get it up to condition. Okay, so we do have a deer up ahead. Just gonna let him be, I guess. Got some cattails here. Okay, how many cattails do we have? 21. Got plenty of food. Really not hurting for food. On the interloper difficulty.
To drink. And soon.
On the interloper difficulty, this is probably more of an important resource. Coming here, grabbing all these cattails, getting the birch bark. Doesn't seem quite so important when we're on the stalker difficulty. Because our health is good. We've got plenty of food. Seems like every building we go in, we're going to find just a little bit of food. In the cave there, we just got a little bit. But of course, on interloper, the food is extremely scarce. And a lot of times it's ruined as well. It's like it's pretty low condition. So if you're not level 5 cooking, you really have to depend on the natural resources. So through this cave, I think this is the exit. Yep, here we go.
I might have to drop some gear.
Okay, so immediately... Oh, you know, I should get a torch out. Immediately we're at a recognizable location. You probably remember this. This is where we came out of the dam. And there's usually wolves right here, so I might want to be a little cautious. But often I will leave some loot. In this trailer, particularly, it's kind of where I leave loot. I'm sure we will be back here to Mystery Lake pretty soon. So, leaving some items here is usually a pretty good idea. I'm probably going to leave... Do I have the bear hide? I probably left it behind, didn't I? But we will drop these saplings to cure. Put away our torch. So I probably should have put these in a container, because they are ruined now. It's not that big a deal though. Nothing in there. So there's really not much loot I left behind. I might leave some of this birch bark. Don't really need to take all that with me. Okay, we're going to use... let's move this box by the door. It's usually my sign that I've left something for myself here. And then we just picked up a whole bunch of birch bark.
If I can drop any of this gear.
Hold on, let me check. Do I actually have any birch bark harvested already? Like shredded, I guess, like prepared for tea. And how would I know? Let's see. It's going to be under medical. So I probably should prepare at least a little bit of birch bark. Let's go here. And we'll craft maybe 2 of those. It'd be good to have some with me available. Maybe I'll do 1 more. Okay, and then I'm going to leave the rest here. I think it was right in front of me. Hold on. Where did I just see? There's some birch bark. Is it under food? No. Medical? There we go. It's under... What category is this? Fire starting. Okay. So I'll put these in there. We can put the cedar. Got 45 sticks. Can drop a bunch of those here. I'll just take 4. So I got 4 sticks, 6 coal. Could probably drop a coal. I like to have some coal with me. Is there anything else we need to leave behind? Fire starting is good. Medical is good. Clothing. We don't have any extra clothing. Food. I probably need all this food. We'll just take it with us. We're a little bit heavy, aren't we? What am I carrying that's so heavy? Just, I guess, so much loot. Just miscellaneous stuff. I don't want to get rid of anything. That's the stuff that's probably weighing us down a bit. These extra items. Okay. And we're a little bit tired. That's the other problem. I wonder if we should just sleep here tonight. Was there a rope at the ravine? I probably should have walked over and actually checked, but I have a feeling that there was not a rope. And so where would that be? I'm gonna crouch down here. Let's look at our notes. I want to see if we maybe have an extra rope, perhaps back at the camp office. So let's see. Notes, where are you? There we go. It's been a long time since we've been in this area, haven't we? So Mystery Lake, camp office. Let's see if there's anything about a rope. We've got emergency stims, hatchet, hunting knife, tools, bedroll, mag lens. There's a rifle there. That's interesting. Bullets, bear hide, deer hide, saplings. I don't see anything about a rope. Where is a rope, guys? So that might be a problem. I hadn't anticipated this. We would actually need a rope to get down the ravine. Mountain Town. Boy, that was a long time ago. Let's check out our Kwanzaa garage. Coastal Highway. Is there rope anywhere? One thing I could do, I know where there's a rope. There's a rope by the Prepper's Cache. near near the camp office. But before I grab that, I should just check to make sure we actually need one. Okay, so if you're wondering what I'm doing, I think we're going to sleep here tonight. And sun is setting. I thought I'd just check over here. You know, I should shut the gate. Don't want to let the riffraff in. Ooh, I can hear some ptarmigan. They're probably down below. Let me check what's in the entrance here. Just for fun. I may have dropped something there. And then down below, that's probably where the ptarmigan are. Right down there in that area. There's also some cattails and things. This is mostly just for nostalgia. I just like looking around. It's been a while since we've been here. Good old Carter Dam. Stick our head inside. Okay, we did leave some decorations. It's probably those lights, actually. Yeah, look at this. So let's move all these to our inventory. Did weigh us down a little bit. Okay, let's go. Oh, look at that. Levitating drawer. Things, such a weird place. All the geomagnetic weird stuff going on Great Bear Island. There's something in there. Paper. Okay. Taking a little bit of damage from being thirsty. I only have 2 liters of water, and we're going to be sleeping here very soon. So you guys know me. We're gonna suffer just a little bit, regain all our health. It's really no different than the starvation tactic, but if you get thirsty, you don't lose out on a well-fed bonus. It's kind of interesting if they had some kind of bonus for staying well hydrated. Ooh, look at this. Gamey moose meat. That was nice of me to leave a little bit of a snack for us. I planned ahead. Okay, I was actually wondering what I was going to do for dinner, so I'm glad I saw that. I do want to try to watch out for wolves. They do love this area. But I hear some ptarmigan. Little will-o'-the-wisps of Great Bear Island lead you astray off the path, and then terrible things happen. That's not going to happen today, though, right? Alright, where are you, little guys? I can hear you. Off to my right. Let's see if we can get a visual before I commit. Okay, oh, I see him now. We can use rocks. I can try to get one with a rock. We don't have our bow, so at best we'll just get one of them. Having the bow is... Oh, come on. It scared me. Having the bow is ideal because you can get all 4. It's usually at least 4 of them. He's so dramatic. Hey there. Thank you, little bird.
Too much stuff to carry.
I think we will be harvesting you today. Okay, I'm going to drop you so you don't attract the wolves. Got a campfire here. I don't think this was us. I don't remember making this campfire, guys. Somebody else has made that. Let's get a torch out just in case the wolves decide to show up. I got some burdock. Should we grab it? sure. I got the tools. I can dig it out. Okay. I do want to check over here. I'm sorry you sprained your ankle there, Will. Wasn't even that steep or anything. You'd think he would lace his boots up nice and tight. It's going to prevent ankle injuries. You know, I don't need all this stuff. Mostly just having a look around. So we've got a dam. Or no, this is like a reservoir, isn't it? I guess it is technically a dam, but... Okay, we've got a dead body. Ooh, look at that.
I could use this.
Hunting knife. Flare.
I don't feel so good.
Yeah, we got some good loot down here. All right, let's get our bird. Get back up.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
The sun is going down.
I'm gonna need some first aid.
And it looks like a storm is coming. By the way, how many rocks do I have? I need to get more. Wind is going to pick up in a minute. And we can't have a torch.
I need to find a place to rest.
So look at all that space under the bridge. It always fascinates me when people, like homeless people or something, they'll actually find ways to build homes under bridges like that. Especially if they're able to keep it a secret. It's kind of fascinating how they do that. Find little ways to get in. Okay, we've got to switch to a flare now because the wind is too strong for a torch. Ooh, that wind is so strong, right in my face. It's really slowing me down. Let's get up to the road. We'll get back to the trailer. And we can harvest this ptarmigan. Feels like we've got a full-on blizzard coming, guys. Escalated pretty quickly. I mean, we had a nice little flurry of snow, and now it's really coming down hard. It's kind of interesting. We've got a sunset and a storm at the same time. We should sleep well tonight. I mean, we're pretty tired.
It's dusk, so night can't be far behind.
I'm attracting wildlife because I've got the bird in my inventory now. Get a piece of meat. We're not particularly hungry, but might want to eat it in the morning.
I don't feel so good.
You're going to be just fine.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
Okay, speaking of leaving something behind, we do need to drop the Christmas lights and things. All this stuff. Oh my gosh, look at my mouse collection. I'd forgotten about that. Got all these nice signs. Gosh, now I want to go to the camp office. I don't actually want this here. Maybe in the morning I'll move it where it's more visible. But for now, let's harvest up this rabbit. Sorry, not the rabbit, the ptarmigan. Particularly, I want the feathers, but we'll just harvest everything, I think. Let's get the meat and 4 feathers. I'll do it by hand. 2 hours and 6 minutes. Oh, we got this other knife. Let's just use that. We'll use our new hunting knife we found. Save a little bit of time. Poor guy. I mean, he's just so thirsty. Okay, got the meat. I guess we may as well just eat this. All right, Will. You've earned it. I've got a full drink for you. How's that? Does it feel better? Sleep in one of these beds. I think we're just ready to go to bed. There's nothing else I really need to do. So we're going to go for... I guess we could go for 12 hours. May as well get fully rested. Alright, good morning. We'll get a drink. I'm sure he would appreciate that. Start off the day with a nice drink of water, all the way full. Now that is going to leave us short on water. We're down to a liter. Okay, I want to move you. Let's just get all this again.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
I want to move that maybe right here, where it's more visible. If I'm likely to trip on it, then I'll actually pay attention to it. Oh, that's not good. Come on. Right in the door. Let's all right. I think these are in the way. That's the problem. Let's move these. Try this one more time. Where does that show up? Okay, right on the sticks. Naturally. It's better than where it was, though. You know, it would be fun to take all these lights back to the Kwanzaa garage, wouldn't it? That would be something. You could string them up all over the place. I do believe, you know, the camp office already has festive lights. It already has them hanging up. If there were an interior location somewhere in the ravine, I might be tempted to bring these and drop them closer to the Kwanzaa, but there is no interior location for us to go into the customization mode where we can drop stuff. Actually, can we drop it just out in the middle of nowhere? Maybe you can. I haven't tried it. Let's see. I'm going to take a cassette tape. Let's go outside. By the way, I want to be careful I don't attract wildlife here. So I do have one piece of meat. Okay, we're going to leave this here. So if I just drop stuff here, does it create the little box? It does. Okay. It never occurred to me that you could just do that in the open like this. I thought you had to do it inside a building. So in that case, we're going to take this back. Do I want everything? I definitely want the Christmas lights. Yeah, I think we want all this stuff.
I might have to drop some gear.
A little bit on the heavy side. Okay, we're going to walk back to the rope climb. And drop those, I think. Alright, there's nothing else I want to leave behind. We'll leave the saplings here curing. We don't need the sticks. I think I'll just leave it. Alright guys, let's set off for the ravine. Of course, that is all dependent on the weather. I'm going to get a little bite to eat before we head off. Make sure our belly's nice and full. Okay. Well, I'm actually surprised we didn't see any wolves. They usually like to hang around here. There's a crazy bear that I've seen in this area before. Massive. He's always so angry. And I think I even saw some arrows sticking out of its back. That would be a scary encounter.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Just recently in the news, there was a bear attack in Yellowstone, and people had pepper spray, and the pepper spray didn't work. They got attacked, and I believe they survived, but they're in critical condition. Grizzly bear. Are there grizzly bears on Great Bear? So far we've just seen... Are they black bears or brown bears? Anyway, I don't... Are they grizzly bears? I don't know. We are in grizzly bear country. I mean, up in Canada, northern Canada. Oh yeah, I forgot there's an area up here. I'll take a look. Maybe there's some saplings I should grab or something. Just quickly look up here. I don't actually remember what is up here. So I'm just doing a little bit of exploration. Got a lone... Oh wait, do you have something? I was going to say we got a lone group of rose hips. But there is some loot here.
Hope I can still eat this.
Energy bar. Little secluded spot if you need to make a fire. Okay, let's go check out... I think there are more train cars. I missed this when we came through the first time. We can stick to this railroad.
Too much stuff to carry.
It should take us to some train cars. Could be some good loot. And then I'll probably drop all the Christmas lights and things before we drop down, of course. I'm not going to take them into Bleak Inlet, but we'll leave them where they're going to be easy to get, I think. Here's the deer. This is a really peaceful spot. If there was a fishing hut here, you could potentially survive for a long time, but it'd be kind of hard to just survive in this region. You'd burn through your resources pretty quickly. Okay, here's the other train cars. Can we get inside? Got a piece of coal. Ooh, I thought we'd be able to get inside one of them. Scrap metal. Oh yeah, we can. Got a flare. Yes, that is a good sign.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Okay, so I bet there isn't a rope going down to the bottom of the ravine. So we just found that. That's a good bit of loot.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
All right, how do we get out of here? Kind of curve our way back around. Gonna leave a lot of this loot by the rope drop, I think. I hope the weather holds up long enough for us to get out of here. Okay, I think we can drop down here. It's a bit of a dead end there. It'd be quite the sight to be here when the train was operating. Feel it rumbling by. I do enjoy trains. I've ridden the train that goes through the canyon of Durango, Silverton. Let's see, it's in Colorado. Durango Silverton line is what they call it. Narrow gauge railroad. There are no roads back there. It's just completely isolated. The only way to get in or out is by train or on foot, I think. And it's so beautiful. It looks like country like this. You know, it's winding through the canyon, along the river. through steep cliffs, and it is coal powered. Like it is a steam engine, one of the few running in America. So you buy your ticket, and it takes you from Durango, Colorado, all the way up the canyon to a silver mine, little town called Silverton. Now it's a touristy town. And then around the side of the mountain from that, there's Telluride, ski town. And I was in Telluride, so I was on a road trip, just me and my wife before we had any kids. And driving through, and it was so late and dark when we got to Telluride. And little did I know that there was actually a jazz festival going on in Telluride, completely packed. Like all the hotels were full, and by this time it was really late and we were exhausted. And so I stopped into a hotel and said, "Please, you have any room available? We're really looking for a room." And they said, "We do have one room available, and it is the Master Super Glam Suite." I don't know, like super special suite. And it was hundreds of dollars. And at that time, that was even more money than today. So that was a lot of money. And we couldn't afford that. We're just poor college newlyweds. So we didn't stay. We just drove on, and then farther up the road, we just kept driving. I was thinking we were going to pull off to the side of the road and just sleep in our car. But then farther up the road, there was this old. It's a hotel, but it was previously the lodgings for miners, like people mining in the silver mine. It was like this old hotel that the rooms were just tiny, and they'd been used as a hostel kind of for these miners, but they turned it into a hotel. So anyway, we got a room there, and it was dirt cheap because the rooms were so tiny. They were like the size of a closet. Too encumbered. Okay, of course I am. So we just need to get rid of 2.5 kilos. Can drop that. Don't know why I harvested that. What are we carrying that we could drop? We got some food. It's already ruined. Could drop a torch. Hold on. Clicked away there. 4 torches. Got the tools we don't need. There we go. We're lightweight. Time to go. Got our crampons. This is actually a pretty impressive climb. This is one of the taller rope climbs, it looks like. Nice.
My fingers feel numb.
One of my favorite parts about riding trains, though, is when you go on curves. You can see the train sneaking on ahead of you. And in the case of the Durango Silverton train, of course, it's a steam locomotive, and so you can see it huffing and puffing and spewing smoke and cinder as you curve around. Gotta be careful though, because a lot of those cars for passengers, they're open cars, and you can actually get soot and cinder in your eyes. But the sights and sounds are pretty impressive. You can smell the smoke of the train. You can see the steam billowing. Okay, nice. Let's get to the cave. Grab some sticks as we go. Like I said, guys, I don't remember exactly what to expect in the Bleak Inlet. Don't know if we'll have shelter, readily available. I think we would, though. It's kind of a pretty established location. There's got to be lots of cabins and things up there. got a few cattails here. Nope, no cattails. That's alright. We got our rabbit. There's probably more rabbits, I would think. I think the rabbits would go crazy down here. We got a dead deer we could harvest. Don't think we need to. But we will get the feathers. And here is the cave. It's nice to know this is here. Got some wood and a little bed. Okay. Trying to think what to do with this rabbit. What time is it? So it's noon. We got some time. Do we want to cook the rabbit? Harvest the meat from this deer? Let's travel into the next region and see what is in store. Be nice to figure out what our plan is.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Okay, so we've got a drop off. I think, is this a one-way trip? Maybe we can do it. I don't know. We're smelly. Let me check our food situation. Maybe we didn't need this rabbit after all. So we got a bunch of food. Now I feel bad. Don't want him to go to waste. I'm just going to harvest him right here, I guess. Do we need the hide? No, we'll get the meat. Alright, I'm going to use our new knife we got. We'll just harvest his meat. And we're actually kind of warm here. Let's cook the meat really quick. I've been collecting lots of sticks, so should be a pretty quick fix. Too windy to start a fire. I hope not. Got a little bit of a shelter here. Alright, we're going to cook up the meat really quick. Get a bite to eat. Probably should have dropped it while we started the fire, because I am attracting wildlife.
That did it.
Let's add some fuel. Place our trusty pot. Okay. Do we need to cook anything else? Not really. Everything else looks good. We'll just pass some time here. We are a little bit low on water. You know, we did get a little bit cold there, didn't we? Maybe I should drop some tea. I'm out of rosehip tea, if you can believe it. Huh. So I guess I do need to harvest more rosehips. Okay, that worked out great. Let's cook these. Just pass some time. Yeah, I need to harvest more rosehips, guys. It's been a while since I've checked on our scurvy risk. Oh yeah, it is escalating. So I should probably start harvesting more herbal tea as we go. Some rosehip tea. Does birch bark have vitamin C? Yes, it does. A little bit. Okay, I'm going to drop this to keep it warm. Also, I want to look in my thermos. When was the last time I checked? I might actually have some tea inside there. There it is. I don't have anything in there currently. I should fill it up. Okay, I'm going to grab a few torches. I really only need 1 or 2 good ones, but I don't think we have any good torches right now. There we go. That's a good torch. And we'll take 1 more. We'll drink the rosehip tea. And I've got to do better at harvesting rosehips as I see them. So we can try to treat our scurvy risk. I don't want my teeth to fall out. Scurvy has that effect. Your teeth, I think your gums recede, your teeth start falling out. I think your hair falls out. You start getting scabs and things, if I'm not mistaken. Got a nice little clearing here. I bet there are more rabbits here. This is probably a one-way trip, guys. So got the waterfall there. Just trying to get my bearings. Okay, I see a sapling over there. It's probably good we have this torch. I don't know what to expect. Surprisingly, no rabbits. Okay, is this the right way? So how do we get out of here? Is it over here? Rose hips. Alright, there we go. Looks like we found a way out. Now what? Oh, I see wolves. Oh, I hope they're not timberwolves. And there's like a fire lookout. So if we can get past the timberwolves, we could seek shelter in the fire lookout. This looks kind of like a road. Well, there's a cave up ahead. Could there be bears? Let's check out the cave. I don't know when we'll be back this way, really, if ever. This looks kind of steep. Is there anything up here? Kind of levels out. Don't see anything up that way. So is this a connecting cave somewhere, or is this just like a quick interior cave? Like a quick, you know, where you don't like transition? Either way, I'm going to leave a spray paint on this to kind of mark that we've been here. Do you have to use a tool to break this down? Okay. Ooh, cougar. Oh no, guys, there's cougars here. We can't get in there. That's nice. A little cave.
Is it food or?
I don't need the flare. Do I? By the way, am I carrying wood we don't need? No, we're good. Okay. I suppose we could take the flare to the fire lookout tower, 'cause we're not likely to come back here ever. I doubt we'll ever be back. So that probably keeps the bear out. That's nice. If there is a bear. I'm glad we grabbed a few more torches, because I'm kind of worried about these wolves. I'm glad to have a firebrand in my hand. Yeah, I'm going to leave the rabbits. I don't want to attract attention. Especially if those are timberwolves. This region is notorious for having timberwolves. Yeah, looks like I gotta walk right through them. Well, that means we just have to have lots of fuel to get a fire going. If they attack, I gotta make a fire. Start pulling torches. We're walking right for one. Yep, timberwolves. Timberwolves. Alright, well, we know what to do with you guys. Alright, please wait just a moment, timberwolves. We'll be right with you. One thing at a time. I'll be right with you. Hold on. Just wait.
That did it.
Alright, add some fuel. Okay, I've got something for you. And let's grab one for you. And let's grab one for you. Would you like one? Would you like one? There you go. Would you like a torch? Come on over. Who's next? Would you like a torch? You look like you'd like a torch. Oh, I missed him. This is like throwing t-shirts into a crowd at a concert or something, right? Who wants one? Do you want one? Alright, come on. Do you want one? Oh, that didn't hit? There we go. Broke it off. Alright, we'll take a few torches. They're likely to attack again. Seems like they attacked twice. So let's make sure we have some torches in hand. Coming back? That was pretty scary, wasn't it? It was pretty traumatic. He's gonna go cry his big head on his big pillow. I hear you. Where are you? Alright, let's go check out this firehouse. We probably need to find a rope somewhere. Oh, there goes our torch. Oh, somebody just killed a rabbit. This wind doesn't want us to get up to this tower, does it? It'd be nice if we had some good visibility from the top. So is this a lookout? There's a rabbit down there. Maybe I'll crouch and do a little bit of mapping. So we got a radio tower straight ahead. crouch. So we are right by cougar territory, guys. It's a good thing we got a rifle. We have killed one cougar so far, which resulted in our cougar claw knife, which I treasure. I really do like that knife. So we might be maybe getting a second knife. Alright, let's have a look around. We need to find a rope at some point in order to get out of here. Okay, so visibility is pretty good, at least for now. Looks like there is a storm coming in. Let's do another little bit of mapping. Opened it up a little bit more. Alright. That looks cozy. Oh, and look at this. It's a good thing I came around this side. Whoa, I would have missed that. Shut the door. Shut the front door. Okay, nice. First thing I'm going to do is just save our progress. We've found an indoor interior location. This looks incredible, guys. I really like this. Looks cozy. Alright, what do we have? I guess we could just start looting. Grab books. Candy bars are all gone. Got another knife.
That'll come in handy.
We'll move the plant. Nothing behind the plant. We got some film. Looks like they've been doing wolf studies. Wolf populations. Ooh, that's cool. I haven't seen that book before.
It's starting to weigh me down.
Wow, this is cool. I almost don't want to take these items. An herbal tea. I will take the mouse. Candy bar. Thought that was an insulated mug for a minute. Insulated flask. Okay, we've got a stove, another cooking pot.
Could end up being useful.
What do we have here? Just wood, tinder plug, soda, peaches, film, coffee pot. Maybe if there's an aurora, we could use that. Wouldn't that be nice? And another book. What is that? Archery?
That'll come in handy.
Nice. Now we're already level 5, so it's not going to be much use to us. Could potentially harvest this for metal, right? The toaster. It's not letting me access it though. Might just be for looks. Okay. Is there a container here? I want to start storing some of our extra loot. It looks like the only container really are these drawers. Maybe this. I'm going to put a mark on this. I'll just put an X. That's fine. It's not like we're putting good loot. We're not going to really leave good loot here, I guess. But I will leave some stuff behind. We don't need all this. We can leave... What did we pick up? We didn't pick up any clothing. We did get a scarf somewhere. Got some food. I'm not going to put food in a container. It's going to despawn. I got the extra cooking pot. Can leave a torch here. Flare, I mean. We got the knives. Anything else? Got lots of torches. Scrap metal. Okay, I do want to leave. We can leave the wood over here. I'm going to move this rug. Let's tidy up a little bit. Okay, we're going to leave our extra wood here. Can drop that. Can drop these. I suppose we could drop the books. We don't really need all these. I'll keep one book just in case we get attacked again by the timberwolves. I'm going to drop the pot and leave. We'll leave this one behind. Actually, no. Let's take it with us. So if we go to the, I don't know, like the cannery or whatever, we probably would like to have 2 pots. What I need to do is drop that rope somewhere. The rope is pretty heavy. I mean, we've got to deploy it. Okay, sun is setting, so which likely means we've got to spend the night here. And look how tired we are. Pretty exhausted. On the other hand, we could try to do the rope climb and find shelter somewhere else, but it doesn't sound like the best idea right now. I'm going to craft...
snow if the hypothermia wouldn't kill me.
Oh, you know, I could read. Let's read a little bit. Let's get a drink. Make sure we don't run out of hydration. Let's finish up one of our books. 16 out of 25 hours. So we could probably get a few hours read on this and leave it behind. This is really a fat book. Let's see if we can get 2 hours on this one. Nice, we made it. Okay. So we only have 6 more hours left on that book. We can leave it behind. In the meantime...
Close my eyes.
In the meantime, we do... You know what? Let's get a fire started because we are almost out of water. I could cook up some rose hips, try to fight this vitamin C deficiency. Got to take our vitamin C meds before we go to bed. Leaves a book. Got to make sure I pick up another one just so I have a book. It does help you to get a fire started a little quicker.
Come on.
Okay, now if I remember, we're still not level 5 fire starting yet. Right? Just about, though. Alright, put our torch away. Let's add some fuel. Did we pick up some fir wood? Fir, there we go. Put the fir wood on the fire. Alright, let's add a pot. We need some water. How much do we get? 2 liters? 2 liters it is. That's going to take a chunk of time. I could probably read another chapter, actually. It's going to take a long time. Let's read... Wrong book. Let's use this one. Let's read for an hour. $20 left. There's nothing to harvest, unfortunately. No roast hips. Could break this down. 15 minutes. It's not like we need it, but just trying to stay busy, stay productive. Put our calories to work for us. Okay, water's done. Let's cook a tea. And then let's drop a bunch of torches. right here. Okay, those ones look okay. I think I'm ready to sleep. How much time do we have left on there? 28 minutes? That's enough for half a liter. So let's get a drink and go to bed. We could also eat. I'm going to try to use up this low condition. Oh, you know what? I should cook the canned food that we have. Unfortunately, I do need to drop... Oh, let's drop those, in fact. I do need to drop my knife if I don't want to use it to smash open the can. Where is my knife? Cougar claw knife. We want to drop you. And you. And you. We can use the other knife we have. So now we can drop the peaches. Get a few more calories out of cooking this. It said it was smashing it open, but I thought we had another knife. Did we? Oh, I left it in the drawer, didn't I? I left it in the cupboard right there. Makes sense. Alright, I'm just going to pass time. Take it. I want to eat it. Are we just not hungry enough? There we go. No other cans to cook at the moment. So water's done. You know what? I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna cook some porridge for the morning, so I don't have to get a fire started.
I'd lay down right here if I thought I'd ever wake up again.
11 minutes. Oh, that's gonna work out perfectly. But actually, I think I want 2 bowls of porridge. So we'll pass time on that. Cook some more. Okay, we got our 2 bowls. Let's pick up our weapons. Make sure I don't accidentally leave those behind. Hopefully I'll remember to get the saplings in the morning. Let's grab this. We don't need the pot. Oh, wait, no we do. I was going to take the pot with me, after all. That stove is hot. Look how it's glowing red still. It's got the embers inside. Okay, let's get a drink. Get a nice night's sleep here in the fire lookout tower. Do we want to go for 10 hours or 12? Let's do 11. I'll see you in the morning. All right, good morning. We've survived 143 days, 18 hours, 44 minutes. We're going to take the saplings with us.
Surrounded by snow and nothing to drink.
Got a bit of a problem. I am heavy, and it's because we have the rope. I was going to say, we got to get lightweight so I can get down the rope. Let's see what happens if I drop the rope. Am I going to be lightweight? We're still not lightweight yet. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, what are we carrying? We got to get rid of 2.5 kilos. Yet again. Constant problem. Oh, you know, I could read and get rid of that other book, right? Let's get some breakfast. Eat some porridge. That's gonna save us a chunk of weight. Could drink a soda pop. We could eat some beef jerky. I do enjoy beef jerky. I really do. If it's prepared well. It's really one of my favorite foods, I think. Okay, we're going to read. That's right. So let's get a drink. Find our book. Ooh, 5 hours. That's a lot of time to waste. Maybe I don't want to read. I don't mind reading 1 or 2 hours, but 5 hours is a bit much. What are we going to leave behind? Some food, maybe? Some water? I guess we could leave the extra pot. We likely will find another one, I guess. There we go. We're lightweight. That's a heavy pot. Okay, we're going to take the rope.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Yeah, I thought you might complain about that. Got some good visibility today. There's, thought that was a structure. Is that a structure straight ahead? No, it's a tree that's turned over. There's a bridge. I think there's a cabin back there, guys. And then over in that direction, it's kind of hard to see, but off in the distance, there is the town, or the cannery. Is that what they call it? There's actually a lighthouse over there. What's left of one, anyway. So it is starting to come back to me. Leave the door closed. Keep the heat inside and moisture out. Okay, I can see the wolves just waiting for me. This is going to be a little annoying trying to deal with these guys. Oh, did they already see me? They already see me. They don't waste any time. Okay, maybe I want to get the wood then, because we're going to have to make a fire and throw torches again. Unless there's a way for me to kind of tiptoe around them on the rocks. I kind of doubt it. So let's grab some wood, another book. Mean old wolves. I mean, technically, if we have a good spot, we could throw rocks at them. I don't really have that many rocks, though. I've only got 3. I think our best bet is to use the torch method. Just to avoid being bitten. And really, I don't mind being bitten as much as I mind dealing with ripped clothing and infection risks. Stuff like that. So, where are we going to make a fire? Are you coming up this way? I get up on a rock. Where are they? Are they coming up? Okay, they are coming up. Let's make a fire. Wait. There we go. Alright, please be patient while I get a fire started. Be right with you. Use a book. It's good we don't have any wind. I suppose I could just shoot them, but I don't know. We could level up our
Turned out pretty well.
level up our revolver skill. I don't want to use the rifle on them. I see blood right there. So we got a hit and we got a point. So 1 point for the good guys. Problem is when I aim, they run away. Come on. This is not the best location for that fire, because I can hardly see any of them. Alright, come on up. Yeah, get closer. Here you go. Got a brave one. Got a point. think he's bleeding. Yeah, we got blood. Blood in the snow. Got another point for the good guys. We're the good guys, right? It's always interesting when you're reading a book or a story or a movie or something like that, and you find out the whole time you thought you were the good guy, and it turns out you were the bad guy. I missed that one. Okay, let's, shoot, this is taking longer than I wanted to. I'd prefer to have those wolves right by me. Alright, come on over, guys. Step right up. Who is the next contestant? Come forward. Do I just have to pass time? Can I get a good angle this way? Got a hit. Okay, I think we can go. Before we go, I will reload, though. Let's make sure we get a full gun. Hopefully we'll find some more bullets. Didn't really didn't bring enough bullets, really, to deal with all these wolves. Okay. Just past time. Alright, let's go. I've got to deploy this rope. I think they should leave me alone. If they know what's good for them, they will. Probably all running off, finding a place to die. There's one up there. He might be coming. No, he's scared. Okay. One look at us and it broke off their attack, so that's good. Nope, no, we got his back. Well, hello. I just need to get lightweight again. I did pick up a bunch of water there. Let's just get a drink. Oh, wait. That was unsafe. Let's get a drink. And I want to move this water. Let's grab this water bottle. We're going to put it way over here.
This gear.
Bad water. Time out. Okay. We need to get rid of one kilogram. And we could drop that, I guess. There we go. Let's go. I'm just going to go straight down. No need to stop. We got the crampons to help speed us up. Going up is another problem altogether, but coming down seems to be pretty straightforward. Okay, let's try to find some shelter. That tree there makes me wonder if there's going to be more predators. Oh, we got some wind to deal with. I think we are in bear territory now. Wouldn't surprise me if we walk into a bear. We'll head up this way. I seem to remember a cabin up here somewhere. Oh, I heard a deer. Somewhere there's a deer around here. Okay, cabin straight ahead. I did hear a deer running off somewhere. Nice, visibility's good. You can see what we're walking into. Just look up here, see if there's any saplings. There's something up ahead up there. What is that? Is that like a picnic area? I'll take advantage of the good weather to look around. Lower Raven Falls. There is a sapling. Yeah, it looks like a picnic bench. Looks like a bear got to it, flipped it all over. It's probably upset there's no picnic baskets. We've got a log bridge over there. Let's go check out the cabin first. Keep an eye out for predators. And of course we'll restock our stick supply.
Too heavy.
Gotta be prepared for those timberwolves. Alright, let's check out this cabin. Do a walk around. See if there's any loot on the outside. Okay, we do have a rose hip tea plant there. Looks pretty run down. Nothing in the firewood box. We'll grab the rose hips. Alright, let's get inside. Okay, got a cute little cabin. Bleak Inlet. Got some looting to do, don't we? Let's see what's in here. Well, guys, if you made it this far into the video, I would like to say thank you for coming along. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, please take a minute, press the like button, leave a comment. Hopefully you're already subscribed so you don't miss out on the adventure. But most importantly, I do hope to catch you in the next episode. Take care.